Hello guys, it is Iwin and Michael, your favorite B trader, and today in this video we'll be talking about drawdown, their different types, and how they affect your trading experience with Hive PT. So starting with the first one, which is what is drawdown? Now drawdown is basically a decline in the account balance of a trader with respect to the funding amount. That simply means that you're said to be in drawdown when you lose a certain amount. Take for instance, you were funded or you funded yourself with a 10k dollars account. You take your first trade for instance, and then it hits stop loss and you are now in a loss of $1,000, which means your account balance will now be $9,000. That simply means that you are now in a drawdown of $1,000. Your initial account balance, the funding amount was $10,000, and now you would have to make at least the $1,000. You have to make at least $1,000 to be in break even, which means that you get back to your account size, or even more in most cases. We have an instance here. Example, your funding amount is $50,000 and your loss amount is $4,500. Your account balance becomes $45,500. Now your drawdown amount is equals to the loss you made from the initial amount of your account, which is $50,000. So the loss was $4,500, leaving your account to be at $45,500. So you'd have to make more than $4,500 to be able to get back to your main account size. Then you start hunting for profit, and that basically is what drawdown is. It can happen as well in a situation where you are already in profit, you lose your profit, and then you lose again. Now let's talk about the types of drawdown. We have two types of drawdown. We have the daily drawdown and we have the overall drawdown. Daily drawdown is basically the amount of or percentage of your trading capital you are not allowed to lose within a trading day, depending on your account size, right? So you have a $10,000 account and you're given a percentage not to lose up to. You're supposed to, whatever loss you're making during that day in a trading day, under 24 hours trading day, is supposed to be within that range and not up to that range. If you're giving a percentage of 5%, you're not supposed to lose up to 5%, because once you lose up to 5% in a day, you've breached the agreement you have with Hive PT. And the second one being the overall drawdown, basically total amount of percentage of your account you are not allowed to lose while trading with Hive PT, depending on your account size. This one, the difference between this and the daily drawdown is that it's dependent on how long you've lost. This is a compounding of losses. This is basically when you've lost a couple of times. It may take you 2 months, it may take you 1 week, depending on your risk management and all that. But this is basically the amount you're not supposed to lose up to in total while trading an account with Hive PT. That's basically what it is. Now let's talk about how these two types of drawdowns, how they apply, and how drawdown in general applies to your trading experience with Hive PT. On here I have the two places that we'll be looking at circled. The first place being max overall loss percent, which is the overall drawdown. The second type of drawdown we talked about, overall drawdown, max overall loss percent. And on the phase one you have 10%, on the second phase you have 10%, and on the third phase, which is the funded phase, you have 8%. So take for instance, you funded a 10k account. On the first phase being the 10%, that is a $1,000 overall drawdown. You are not supposed to lose up to $1,000 overall on the first phase, and 10% on the second phase being $1,000 again on a 10k account. Remember, it is dependent on the account size. And the third phase being the funded phase, you're not supposed to lose up to $800 overall, and that is the 8%. But the next one we have is the max daily loss, being the daily drawdown. The max daily loss, the first phase is 5%, the second phase is 5%, and the third phase 5%, which means that in a day you're not supposed to lose up to $500 in a day. That's same thing for phase 2 and same thing for phase 3. So like I said, it's all dependent on the account size. You can have a $50k account and the percentage would apply, but the amounts would be different. So you just have to know the account you have, the account size you have, the percentage that you're not supposed to lose up to, and then you trade easy. And that will be it for today. Do well to also remember to share, subscribe, and to follow our communities, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and get an account for yourself. Start trading with HivePT today.